Hello and happy Thursday. My name is Michael Leeserman here with the Trial Guides Tip of the Day. It is September 5th, 2024, and our tip today comes from the video Focus Groups, How to Do Your Own Jury Research with David Ball, Deborah Miller, and Artemis Malikpour. Artemis, thank you for being here to read today's tip.
Of course, thank you. When you run focus groups for every case, you learn more and more about how jurors perceive what they see and hear in court and how they arrive at decisions individually and then as a group.
Yeah, that's something that's always it's complex in a way, right? That people can have their own decision, but then some people will be swayed by others, some people won't. So you have all kinds of techniques. I know, have someone write things down before they share it. How do we do that? This balance of the individually held beliefs versus the groupthink.
So what I tell folks is my jurors, before we even get started, I tell them, until we get into our discussion or our deliberations, don't talk to each other about the case, because I want them to come to their own opinion before they start persuading each other and before someone else says something that starts changing their mind. So I do response forms along the way. So depending on how I'm presenting the case, after each statement, I will give a response form to the jurors to capture their individual verdict on paper. Then knowing that they can also change their mind on that. Then if I do a deliberation group, which is when I have them come, I split them into deliberating groups, anywhere between 5 to 8 folks. And the first thing I have them do is a round robin where each one of them says individually what they think about this case and why. Briefly, a couple of minutes at max, before they get to deliberating on each question, and then they can start persuading each other, because it tells you several things. One, what was their initial impressions or how they perceived the case themselves, and then how do other people's arguments and also personalities start changing people's minds. And really, one of the valuable things in the focus groups to learn is, where did minds change and what changed those minds? Sometimes minds change just because they didn't really have a very strong opinion one way or the other, or they're considered, quote, a follower. So they hear someone else and they bob onto that. That sounds like a great opinion. But sometimes they're actually, I never considered this, or now you're changing my mind. And I want to know what that was. What was that argument? So that's part of that group. How do group dynamics, discussions, the arguments that they bring in, the experiences that they bring in, how do all those things start changing opinions? And then also what I do at the very end, after they come in a deliberation group, if they come to their group verdict, I give them a final individual verdict form. And I tell them, in case you had to come to compromise for compromise sake, this is what you individually think about this case, and that you complete this form. And that tells us a few things. It tells us if minds actually did change, but it also will kind of tell me, okay, did this person get along to get along? So did they just agree just to be done with it, or because they felt bullied into that decision, or did minds actually change?
Wow. Thank you for sharing that whole structure of the focus group and really explaining the importance of getting the individual decisions along with the group decisions. Thank you so much for being here today.
Of course. Thank you.
Let's take a deep breath together and be grateful to be alive this Thursday. May the work we do today help to reduce suffering in the world, reduce suffering in the lives of our clients, in our lives, and in the world. May our efforts help to repair the world. May we fiercely and compassionately advocate for our clients, champion their stories, and do so from a place of compassion and wisdom. I'm going to ring a bell 3 times now. This can take you into a meditation practice, a prayer practice, or just remind you, wake up, it's Thursday. Go out do good things and have fun while you're doing it.